Hi, welcome again to Cooking with Chef Rodney Bennett. Today, I have a surprise for you because we're gonna do a widely requested avocado cheesecake, no bake. Later on in the video, I will explain to you how you can make this cheesecake baked as well. So, what we have here today is the no baked one. So, we're going forward with the recipe. In this recipe, we have fresh avocados, we have cream cheese, we have sour cream. We're gonna make a strawberry compote as well to serve with the avocado cheesecake, and it's gonna be very, very nice. By the end of this video, you're gonna be able to make this cheesecake right at home for you and your loved ones. Digestive biscuits. These biscuits are sweet, so I add no sugar to these. I just add melted butter, okay? So we're gonna go in and we're gonna blend the biscuit. This is the digestive biscuits. You can use salted butter or unsalted butter. That's perfectly fine. Whatever butter you use is fine, because we add no salt to the crust as well. So we're going in with the melted butter. And the consistency you want from this is the consistency of wet sand. You know when you go to the beach and you play in the sand and you got that wet sand, I'm sure you know, I'm sure all of you have been to the beach. So, we're gonna go in and make sure it's all well nice mixed up. How much butter we put? I put a 3/4 of a cup of melted butter into 1 pack of biscuits. And that will be enough to give you that sand-like consistency, that wet sand-like consistency that you need to form this crust in your pan. Okay? So there we go. That's the consistency that you're looking for your crust. All the biscuits are very nicely done and all well incorporated and mixed well into the crumbs. A 9-inch pan for 1.5 inches thickness, and that's what we're going to use for the cheesecake. 2 1/4 cups of mixture to make your crust, because we're going to do the sides as well. So, as we go along, we're making sure that the sides of the pan is crusted first, because that's the priority right now, to make sure that the sides are crusted. And then you can obviously go ahead and work with the middle. So there we go. After this, we will mix up the mixture to fill this crust. You can take the measuring cup, or you can use a glass or anything to make sure that you have the sides, and you go around to seal the sides of the pan with the crust. And then for the middle, you can always use the bottom of the pan, of the cup, to make sure that the crust is firmly cemented in the pan. And then what you do with this is that you pre-bake it at 140 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit so that you have a well set crust. So as soon as I'm done here, I will go in the oven with this and pre-bake it. There you go. And now we will continue by removing the avocados from the skin, removing the seeds, and going into the blender to have it nice, blended nice and smooth. So the avocados I use is four medium-sized avocados. If you have a huge avocados, this recipe will only take 3. But if you have small avocados like I do, you will require 4. So we're going in with the avocados into the blender, make it nice and smooth. To the avocados, we're gonna add some lime juice. So we have our avocado nice and blended. So remember, we add 4 avocados to this recipe, 4 whole avocados, and that's of course if they're small. If you got big avocados, then you will use 3 only. So we just need to get all this avocado off your mixer, and then we continue with the mixing. After this, what we want to do is separate 6 eggs, because we're going to only use the egg yolk. We're going to use the egg yolk only. We're not going to use the egg white. We're going to use only the egg yolk, and we're going to make a sabayon. What is that? That is going to be the egg yolks cooking on over a double boiler or a bain-marie or a steamer, so that the eggs would not turn to scramble. To your 6 egg yolks, you want to add a 1/4 cup of sugar to the egg yolks, and then you go over the steamer and you start to cook your egg yolks. A lot of people always ask, how do you know when the egg yolks are ready? Okay, how the egg yolks are ready is when they change their color into a pale yellow or a light yellow color from the original really high orangey yellow look they have when they are fresh. You just continue to cook the egg yolks until you reach that part that they are a pale yellow, and that's how you know that they're cooked. Or another trick I have is that when you're cooking the egg yolks and you think that they're about to finish, you try to lift the whisk up and try to make an 8. If you'll be able to make an 8 with it dripping from the whisk, that means that the egg yolks are cooked. So this process will take up to 6 to 7 minutes. I think that's the longest time that it will take. You just have to be patient. And make sure you get your egg yolks cooked, because your egg yolks are not going to, this cheesecake is not going to be baked. So your egg yolks need to be cooked. If the water gets too hot, you can remove the pan and you can continue to whisk off the water for a couple minutes. And then you can go back. As you can see, the egg yolks are turning a nice light pale color, and that's what you want. We can check and see if the egg yolks can make an 8 with the whisk. Not yet, not yet. That means that they're not cooked yet. So we go back over the water, okay? I think we are almost there. Let's check for the number 8. Okay, we need about another 30 seconds. Okay, we got it. We got our number 8. I don't know if you can see it here. Look at it. We're able to make an 8, so that means we're good. All right. What I want to do is show you how to make the strawberry compote. The strawberry compote, you have your fresh strawberries, okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to remove the stem and we're going to quarter them. You don't want to cut them too small, reason being that you want a little bit of chunkiness. So this compote is going to comprise of the fresh strawberries. I use like 10 to 12 ounces of strawberries, or if the strawberries are really nice and big, you can use about 12 or 13 pieces of strawberry. Well, these strawberries I have here are very nice and big strawberries, so we don't have to worry. You put them in the pot with a 1/2 cup of sugar, 4 to 5 tablespoons of lime juice, and you start to make your compote. I add 2 drops of red food color. We're gonna continue for the mixture now. We're using Philadelphia cream cheese. You can use any other cream cheese that you wish. You might not be able always to find this brand, but this is the brand that I use. So total cream cheese is two containers, which would be around 2 to 4 cups if you measure it in cups. Sour cream, I use 8 ounces of sour cream, and then I'll get some limes and I'll grate some lime zest inside. We're gonna add 2 cups of sugar, and that's all the sugar you need. Strawberry compote coming very nicely together, and that's what you need. That's what you're looking for. We'll let it boil a little bit more so that the strawberries kind of dissolve a little bit, but not right through, because we don't want it smooth. Okay, so we're here with some vanilla extract. You add 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract inside. So inside here we have the sour cream, we have the cream cheese, we have the sugar, we have the lime zest, and we have the vanilla extract. So we're just going to give that a nice mix now. So as I mentioned, we have the sour cream, the granulated sugar, the vanilla extract, the lime zest in here, and we all mixed it up and get it ready. So all we have to do now is to combine the 3 things we made. We made the egg yolks, we made the avocado puree, and we got the cream cheese mixture here. So we'll go in with the avocado mixture. There you go. Get all of it in there. And then you go in with the cooked egg yolks. Now you can proceed to mix everything together. After that, you have your crust here, pre-baked and cool. So all we have to do now is to add the cheesecake mixture to the crust. Okay? Here we go. All right. So we've got all added in there. And from here now, we're going directly in the freezer overnight.